Hey guys, my name is Sediak and welcome back to another episode of Falls Town here in City Skylines. Last episode guys, we slowly started to decrease the unemployment rate in the city by building tons of commercial and offices. We pretty much built a brand new area. Now while the area is in a really good location, it has a couple of solid connections, but it also kind of bleeds over to other areas which we could connect via big 6-lane roads, 4-lane roads, even potentially another highway, just to kind of get the commuters to and through and there and from and back and forth and all that jazz. So today we're going to try and work on the infrastructure around the island, still add in the offices and commercial, but before I do add that in, I need the infrastructure down first to continue to decrease the unemployment rate. Now, back in last episode, we got the unemployment rate down to right now, if I quickly check it, 28%. So we did drop it a couple of percent. I think it's about 3 or 4% we did drop it. I think it was 32%. So we have dropped it down by 4%, which we continue to work on that as we build up this whole brand spanking new area. But the only two connections right now is down at the roundabout here. And over here, which is a little bit of a confusing connection because they actually come off here. They've got to turn, go up and down. So we need to do something a little bit smoother, a little bit more simpler. Now, the racetrack, which I keep promising that I'll get it done, and I will get it done at some point, has this 6-lane road that goes up. We're going to extend off this, come up. I'm going to connect it through here as a cut-through road. Now, I've got two options. I can continue that 6-lane road over to here, where it does a simple connection to the highway, and maybe even come down and connect to there, that 6-lane road which hooks up to that roundabout. That will be a pretty solid connection. It creates like an outer ring road, so you can come from here, go across, and get down to there really easy instead of intertwining down these crazy highway systems that we do have. So that will be pretty cool, which we're going to get that set up. Now, once I got that road cutting through here, I then know how much room I got to play around with, so we can then continue to keep expanding all of the jobs. And it's got some really good connections too, so there is no excuse not to get here, if you know what I'm saying. Right, okay, so let's jump out and pick our big roads. So, what is it, the one with trees we've got? Yes, it is. So let's continue this going up. And we do need it to go over the train track, so we will create a beautiful bridge. So if I make it go up there, straight across to there, and then just down, nice and, oh, no, yeah, nice and simple. We'll play around with the mover tool in just a little moment to kind of get the ramps a little bit smoother and bigger and whatnot. Now, when it comes down to this here, it's pretty much going to bring it down here as a snap. And then kind of cut in. But where we choose to cut in is down to us. So if I kind of brought this out to there, just to get a feeling, it's the wrong type of road. There we go, let's update quickly. Just get a feeling of the points. So if I go for this one, for example, where is the connection? Or the road. Right, continuing the road up. So we get it to there. And if I did bend it in, for example, if I did choose this now to be the connection point, and I brought this up by 1, we'll go back by 2, and we'll create the beauty of the bend. Right, let's continue it back a bit. There we go. That's more like it. So it bends up quite nice. A solid connection. Solid connection. Right, keep this going up and up. And eventually go down there and across. Do you know what I could do is actually pick a point where that is on. And then do a huge bridge. That would be kind of crazy actually. Okay, we'll get to that in just a moment. So let's continue the road layout here. So that goes straight down. So I'm trying to maximize the grid. And there will be a point where it doesn't quite work, which is here. Oh dear. Because the road is slightly thicker, so it takes up more space than usual. There we go. So, right, let's continue this way. Boom, boom. Alright, there we go. There we go. Bringing that through. No, Sediak, you messed that up, you dab folio. Right, continue that through there. Do I want to connect to the main bit or just that bit? Decisions right now. I could actually stop it there and what we could choose to do instead. So you don't want too many cut throughs on the road because it will start to cause a little bit of traffic issues. There we go. We keep it like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that kind of sets the road up, or the grid format in that kind of area. We'll drop down some more zoning before we work on this, so this can grow in the background while we're waiting. So what I'll do then, I'll do some commercial in these little sections there, a little bit of shopping, which is nice and solid. Then do all the offices, which is all the jobs. I mean, commercial does jobs as well, but it provides a little shopping area. And we put it by the tram stop, so it's really good, like, you know, area for like residents to come and tourists come and do their shopping. They gotta walk too far from the public transport, which is great. It's great, mate. So let's figure this out then. So if I was to say, for example, let's say, bring up the brush size a little bit here. I picked this connection here, which is 318. So remember 318. And I've got to find out now, what's this? 312. So just here is 318. Right, okay. This is going to be quite interesting. So for example, if I now, now this is going to be, if I can do this, this will be hilarious. If I page this up to there. And like literally, I mean, oh, do you know what? I don't actually need to do that, do I? Now this is going to be a really ridiculous suspension bridge. So if I pick that option, and right, snaps here. Right, I think I need to get it on. I need to kind of snap it up by. There we go. So create that suspension there. And then kind of bring it down by 1. Like that. How ridiculous is that suspension bridge? I mean, it's not that bad, to be honest, is it? It's actually not that bad. It does mean that I can't really get a solid connection for the highway here. But that's okay, because we could come up with something a little bit special. Maybe a little bit further down. But then again, it would be kind of cool to have that in. Right, so this actually now, if I kind of get rid of our bulldozer road. Move this just slightly up the road a bit more. So I can utilize this road here. So coming off it. Bring it to there. Right, okay, so that connects up both sides there. Pretty easy, pretty simple. It is quite drastic, I'm not gonna lie to you. But it's if you say like you're over here or something, it's quite easier than going kind of down here across and then rounding in. You're gonna simply bam, bam, bam. I mean, if that is the quicker route, it will be handy for some people, not everybody. But that would be kind of cool to see. Now, I do want to get something connected up for the highway too. I want to get the folks off the road. Well, off the highway up here in some way, shape or form. Anyone using these roads yet? Not that I can see of just yet. But we'll still give them time to kind of use it. Let's actually sort this bridge out quickly right now. Oh, there is actually someone using it. There is somebody here driving to the company, which is over here. Okay, so it's useful for one person so far. Right, anyway. Let's sort these out. So the train's going under, so you can kind of see. That's perfect. There we go. Look at that, glorious. Plenty of space. Plenty of space there. Beautiful. Right, so we've got to create, or I want to at least create. We got some issues right now. Oh, is this down to the fact that if I go to yeah, okay, so we consumption is a lot higher than production. So what this produces more at small one. I did kind of set them up over here, didn't I? So if I can get the Annie key in, I could kind of drop one there, and one there. Hoping that these do the job. Let's play it. Now, does the heating available go over that now? Again, this is all down to that mod that I use that kind of completely removes the water pipes. It means that you do require to have heating. It's kind of annoying, but there we go. That should solve... Yeah, all the cities now should be fine. I feel like we're getting a little bit of a death wave. You know what we are? We're under 600,000. Damn, man, we got so close. We got so close. Right. Right, you know what? Let's see if we can do something cool with this. So it is, do you know what? It is quite drastic. Oh, that's an ugly bump there, isn't it? All right, let's try and make that a little bit straighter. All right, someone's using it right now. It's a hot dog van. And do we have any bumps like that over here? I mean, we have a little dip there, which we could slightly bring up, which is not too bad. Now, what I could do is I can make a road come off either side and go down, and then bring it up there. Let's just see how this plays out. Right, if I use this type of lane, and let's say we came off here. Let's take off the Yannicky as well. We'll do the same this side. Wow, the drop in that is kind of ridiculous. Well, let's try again. To there. To there. What's the... I mean, does that look right? Yeah, kind of. The drop there isn't too bad. I mean, you could play around and bring it down. Yeah. I mean, it is quite ridiculous. But let's just play around with this. I've got to flip this back anyway. And if I was to go straight down with this, even though it kind of cuts in, I'll bring that to there. Bring that to there. They go away from one another, don't they? Right, do you know what I'll do instead? I got a better idea to do this. We take a road up here, and then we go straight down. Take a road here, and go straight down. Now that is parallel. Because it's perfectly adjoined. So if I go up by there, delete 2 there, and then we come out here. And that is also solid. We upgrade this road to that. To that. Oh, forgot to flip that one back around. So it depends on what side of the road you kind of look at it. Even though it does feel like this one's slightly over. It's weird how... Is it just an illusion? No, it's an illusion. Because if you go there, looks like that side sticks out more. If you go here, looks like this side sticks out more. I think it's just the illusion of how you view it. Really, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so if we can connect these up, that would be kind of sweet, wouldn't it? So if I kind of delete 2 on each one, and we'll start with this side then. So if I kind of go up by 12, across by 12, up by 12, and then up by 12, but then ramp it up. So I've created a nice little wiggly snake, but what that would do is allow us to separate these a little bit further. And by separating them a little bit further, I can create a really cool junction connection. So by 12, snake. So one's going to be a little bit further away from the other because the highway kind of bends itself. So I just got to flip these back. So this is a very weird connection. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Right. So let's first bring this straight over. And do the same for this. Bring it straight over. So once it's straight over, we can then work our magic. So the first piece of magic we do is we connect up. If I just kind of come out by 8 there. We go up. We bend round. And then we connect in. That's a simple and solid connection. We all like that. And then this, if I... Now, I do want to do something cool with this. I do. So if I bring it out by 10. Right. And we'll go up by 8. Across by 8. Up by 8. Cross by 8. Up by 8. Now the cross by 8 here, we bring it down. Runs underneath and connects up like that. I don't know why, but I like that connection. I actually really do. Now, how easy is it going to be to mimic that? I don't know. I don't know. So I could try my best, but I don't think it's going to happen. Right, let me just do this one first then. So out by 5. I think it was 5, wasn't it? No, it was 10. Siniac, it was 10. Right, I bring it out by a little bit. Oh, actually, I'm going to delete. So I'll flip it back around a second then. So out by 10. So we're now going the other way. So by 8 and across by 8. By 8 and up by 8. By 8 and across and down. And then we do a beautiful connection. But obviously this whole thing has to be flipped around. Glorious. Oh, that actually looks identical. It's just this one I'm kind of worried about. Because I just don't feel like I'm going to be able to do that. Alright, so if I just come out there. And bring that up. How did I do that up here? I just kind of come off that, didn't I? It's nowhere near identical, but it can't. It does work. Oh, I don't. It's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. Right, it does the job for now. So that is a very awkward looking connection. I'm not going to go into detail. I'm sure someone will probably say it in the comment section. But that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But it's definitely a connection. It definitely is. Right, vehicles are using it. So I wonder if anybody will pull off this. As the extra additional buildings have been placed in, unemployment is down to 26%. So we managed to drop it another 2%, which is pretty solid. So let's fill up the rest of this area and let's kind of get this all rocking and rolling, up and running. So I feel like we'll start... Oh, no, wrong one. There. And tear through this. I've got the completely wrong type of road. You want the one with trees because it's more beautiful. Straight across and over. There we go. And what can we get out of the last one? Okay, so it's the same as what happened on the other one. The extra squares on the other side. So blitz through this. A lot of vehicles now are starting to use the new roads that we've created. So this is pretty much happening there. There we go. This is that. Oh, yep, there. And we'll do the same little walkway. We'll do it if I do it like that. They can technically cross the road because the path kind of goes underneath it. Oh, they're using it. Okay, some vehicles now using this, which is making it. Oh, it just shows that it is beneficial. Okay, so we'll get some commercial down. There we go. I'll now drag the offices over. Get them in a lot quicker that way. There we go. Oh, that's dope, isn't it? That's dope. And we've seen vehicles, yeah, vehicles still using this. So it is beneficial in some degree. That's so cool. So we fill up this then. Again, we've still got a long way to go to kind of populate this whole area. Got so many little nooks and crannies and gaps to fill in, which is pretty sweet. So we can continue to work on those. What can I get out of this then? So if I kind of brought this up by 20, this up by 20, it's a space of 15. So if I do a 10 and a cross by 8. So it's not the perfect round thing. But it would do, right? And we'll fill it with jobs, with offices. There we go. And let's paintbrush in. There we go. Some more commercial. Just there. And it all continues to grow. So, policing. We do need, and I'll drop these more in the center. But we do, let me take the anarchy off so we actually destroy some buildings. So we do need some policing then, which I'll place up here. Well, that'll get rid of the nice paths we just made. So I'll place it, oh no, okay, I don't want it on any of their sides. Okay, just there will be nice. Fire brigade, we'll drop you just there. We need a hospital in this area, which would be beneficial. I'll pull it away from the main area, just helps a little bit. And we need some crematoriums. Now, crematoriums we can kind of dot around. So we'll have one on that side. We'll have one over here. And we'll do one further down here. Now, does the policing... Yeah, it does stretch that far. The fire brigade almost doesn't. So I'll drop another one over here. So let's do this one on the corner on this side. That really pushes over. Healthcare. Yeah, reaches over too. That's death care, sorry. Healthcare. Not so much over here. So I'm gonna go for the big boy hospital. That again really helps us out in that kind of situation and scenario. And it does spread out and reach a little bit further. Okay, that's pretty cool. So that continues to give us jobs and stuff, which is great. I like the fact vehicles use these roads, so it just shows you that they are... It's such an awkward... It's so awkward. Let's just not talk about that. Let's just not talk about that, guys, okay? Okay? So this is the Inlet Road. So you come into there, you exit on that side, so it is spread out, which is cool to see. I'm liking this. I'm liking this awkward area. I don't know what it is about this awkward area, but I kind of do like it. It feels good. Okay, so unemployment at this point is still down to 26%. So, I mean, the only benefit from that is it hasn't got worse. Hasn't got worse just yet. It's maintained it. So I don't know whether these buildings are classed as being finished. Oh, wait, not all the workers are fully in these buildings. So yeah, I still got a way to go there. There's so many gaps to fill up. What's my levels like now then? So nodes, segments, still looking good. Buildings, we're looking okay for that. Cannot get any more vehicles, so we'll never have any traffic issues ever again, hopefully. So we're still good at the buildings. We're still going good, guys. Still going good. Just got to try and fill up all these little gaps and stuff and those like cool little areas. That is a very unfortunate junction. I clearly know what it looks like. Oh, dearie me. Right, turn off traffic lights. Get the vehicles flowing. And we've seen them spin right. Yep, we got the nice little tram island at the end. It's very lonely up this area. I was about to say, is there anybody on there? No. What about on one that's kind of just about to come up, like this? There's one passenger on it at the moment. Hilarious. And we do have this little overpass over here, which I kind of like this as well. It's the other version of the roundabout at the very end. Remember at one point when we had an airport here, guys? Who remembers that? We had an airport here and a bus depot just here somewhere. Man, I remember that like it was yesterday. It feels so long ago. This is so nice and uniform. We kind of have to kind of slightly mess it up a bit, don't we? Right, anyway. So let's kind of take the roads that we've kind of created and then slightly expand them on. So you get an idea of where the future expansion is going to be. How much of the earth does that drain up? That was almost perfect. Almost so perfect, in fact, we're going to delete what we've just done. That's probably asking too much. That kind of bends down to there, creates another connection. That's like you can come straight down here and wind yourself back in and go that way. So that's like almost like another outer loop, which I really like. So what could I do over here? I could go like that to kind of bend that round. And where would that take us? Up to there. Just winds it out, doesn't it? And I kind of just don't want to build for the sake of it. I've got to give this something. And that would be so cool with how dominant... Oh, it looks horrible actually, doesn't it? Well, let's actually not... Actually, let's not drop it that far down. Get rid of that road as well. Let's not drop it that far down. Alright, let's delete this and this. So you can get like a little round edge. Which creates that outer loop back, which we can add stuff to kind of just mix up the kind of landscape of that area. So let's zone it anyway, and we'll zone it all commercial on the inside. This area is just pure jobs. We really have needed these areas for quite some time. So offices, we'll pump down a bunch of offices down here. We'll do the same up here too. So let's see how far that can take us. There we go. Nice, mate. And take it to there. So that'll give us some more jobs as well. Gonna slightly fill and bulk out that area a bit more. What's it? Is it gone down anymore now then? Unemployment 25%. Yes, son. Look how many we're getting, like nearly 1,000 more deaths than births each week as well. Why is the actual? We got 160,000 seniors in Fallstown, which is crazy. And about academic year has been done. We're renowned in the full Technica. We're prestigious in the University of Fallstown. It's going great. It's going great, mate. Yeah, okay, this is looking pretty good. So it kind of sets us up then to continue this area. It's hilarious, that is. It is hilarious. But it's actually pretty cool too. It's kind of one of those things you just like, because it's such a big suspension bridge, if you want to call it that. The connection for it is glorious. We have to make the connection off the highway as good and as glorious as the suspension bridge itself. Amazing. Amazing. Right, we do have a subway stop here. How many people use this? 202. And where's the next one? Further down is just here. 46 use that. Is that all the stops we have? It is, yeah. It is. Now, the first stop of the trams is over there. We have 3 people on the tram there, so I mean the subway stop is probably quite dominant. You get more tram users coming up this end because there's no public transport apart from the trams. So that'll be interesting to see how it all kind of builds and fills up. But we're doing definitely good. We need to add some trees and stuff and fill in the little gaps and nooks and crannies, but we're definitely getting somewhere right now. Falls Town is absolutely glorious, boys. Absolutely glorious. Anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.